Good morning, I'm Nashika and this is Chale News. It's June 12th and we have a lot to get into. Parliament wants answers on a cash for awards scandal. Charcoal prices are now Ghana's biggest inflation problem. Yes, charcoal. And the Black Stars are 5 days from kickoff. Let's go. People were allegedly paying up to 50,000 Ghanaian cedis to get government honors. That's the allegation at the center of the Ministers of State Excellence Honors Scheme. And the minority in Parliament wants a bipartisan committee to find out if it's true. Tulan MP Habib Idrisu raised it on the floor yesterday. The public deserves the truth on this one. The government says the economy is stabilized and jobs will follow, but with less than 10,000 of the promised 900,000 big push jobs actually filled and nearly half of young Accra residents unemployed, how much longer is a reasonable wait? Full breakdown on chale.news. Nilante Vander Puye has two headlines today. First, no pardon for jailed ex-Maslock boss Sedinam Tamakloy Ationu. Vander Puye says President Mahama will not shield anyone from justice, notable given that he previously rallied around her publicly. That's a meaningful shift in tone. Second Vander Puye headline, he wants the NDC national chairmanship, but only if Asiedu Nkedia steps aside. He's citing decades of party service as his qualification. No Congress date yet, so this is positioning for now. Meanwhile in court, the NSB corruption trial took a sharp turn as defense lawyers challenged the credibility of the prosecution's star witness. They're pointing to alleged gaps between Mildred Doncour's handwritten notes, Excel records, and actual bank statements. Trial continues at the Accra High Court. Now to your kitchen. Ghana's overall inflation is cooling, but charcoal, the fuel most households cook with every single day, has gone up more than 50% in a year. It is now the single biggest driver of national inflation. And tomatoes? Up 38.8% in May alone. Let that sink in. There's a possible counterweight, though. Global oil prices crashed nearly 5% Thursday. Brent crude down to $88.64 a barrel, the lowest since April. If it holds, the NPA could review pump prices downward. Watch this space. Over 159,000 university students have just had their tuition covered under the no-fees stress policy. GH $537 million released this cycle, bringing the total to $1.3 billion across both academic years. The Ghana School of Law is now included too. That's 310,000 students benefiting overall. GNAT, NAGRAT, and PRETAG, all three major teacher unions, are refusing to comply with a GES directive ordering staff to submit personal files for a job evaluation. They're calling it a stalling tactic and want the letter withdrawn immediately. A murder suspect walked out of the Adaklu Area 51 police station, and the family of killed Aflao Momo vendor Christopher Ahordor is furious. They're demanding a formal disciplinary inquiry, alleging the suspect was never even brought before a court within the constitutional 48-hour window. Aflao youth picketed police headquarters on the same day. This cannot be brushed aside. The Black Stars touched down in Providence, Rhode Island, their third city in a week. 5 days to go before the World Cup opener against Panama in Toronto on June 17th. Training resumes Friday before the squad heads to Canada. The countdown is real. And Italian Serie A club Como 1907 has arrived in Accra for a historic week-long tour timed right around the Panama match. They visited the Accra Sports Stadium and will meet PFAG founder Anthony Baffo. Ghana is the place to be right now. PURC, ECG, and GRIDCo have made a pact. No dumsor during the World Cup. Non-emergency maintenance is suspended. Substations will be manned 24/7, and a monitoring framework is locked in before June 17th. We'll believe it when the lights stay on, but this is the right move. Sarkodie and Shatta Wale dropped the everlasting video last night, 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and Ghana has not recovered. Years of rivalry, one London reunion, and now this. The culture is winning. We'll end on this. For 4 years, 550 residents of Edemenu in the central region were drinking from a muddy pond because their borehole broke and nobody fixed it. Content creator Reza Afshar stepped in, repaired it, and restored clean water to the entire village. 4 years. One person, clean water. Full story on chale.news. That's your June 12th digest. I'm Nashika. Stay curious, stay informed, Chale. Everything you just heard and more is waiting at chale.news.